Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Diontae Johnson's honest take on Pittsburgh Steelers looking to offload him in 2024 offseason. Diontae Johnson has always been one of the more effective wideouts for the Pittsburgh Steelers ever since he was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the third round of the 2019 draft. He's a solid athlete who's served as a reliable option for the team's quarterbacks whenever they need an outlet to pass to. However, his future with the team has become uncertain after rumors of him leaving the team soon surfaced. Johnson is entering the final year of his deal with the team, and their hesitance to give him a contract says a lot about his standing within the organization. As rumors about his future continue to swirl, he's decided to focus on what he can do and took to social media to confirm his thoughts. Yardbarker's Nick Farabaugh revealed what the 27-year-old wideout was thinking when he got wind of the news that the team may be considering their options regarding his future. His response was straightforward as it gets and reveals his thought process on the entire drama. After the rumors came to light, Johnson took to X, the app formerly known as Twitter, to give his thoughts on the situation, saying it is what it is and people just be talkin'. He most likely said this in response to Sportskeeda's Tony Pauline after he broke the news. Is Pittsburgh Steelers receiver Diontae Johnson on the trading block? The short answer is possibly, if the price is right. Pauline wrote. While it's not fair to say Johnson is on the trading block, several people tell me the Steelers are open to moving the receiver if they receive fair compensation. Johnson enjoyed a solid 2023 season, despite being hampered by injury. In the 13 regular season games he played, he caught 51 passes for 717 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns with a career-high 14.1 yards per catch. Steelers fans will be hoping that they find a way to keep him beyond 2024 if they don't trade him this spring, but they understand that the team's cap situation may see them move on from him. Fortunately for them, there are plenty of talented WRs they can pick up in the 2024 NFL Draft. The Pittsburgh Steelers are heading into the last year of Diontae Johnson's contract, and there are reports that, at the right price, they would be willing to trade him. But according to The Athletic's Mark Kaboly, Johnson might want out more than Pittsburgh wants him gone. Speaking on 93.7 The Fan, Kaboly said Johnson may want to be moved this offseason. I've heard some stuff here and there, Kaboly said. It might be the Steelers are looking to see who's interested because, potentially, Diontae Johnson might not want to be here, either. Johnson is on the last year of his 3-year deal with the Steelers. Since singing an extension, he's failed to reach the 1,000-yard mark, and finished last season with 717 yards and 5 touchdowns. Pittsburgh is working through some quarterback issues, which probably isn't helping their retention of top wide receivers. Right now, they believe Kenny Pickett or Mason Rudolph will be the starter in 2024, and neither have had long-term success with the franchise. The Steelers spent a lot of time meeting with some of the top wide receivers at the NFL Combine, and have even been named a candidate to make a splash trade for one of the top prospects in the NFL Draft. What Johnson's value is through a trade is up for debate, but with the wideout market being what it's been in years past, the Steelers could likely get a day 2 pick for their veteran receiver. NFL rumors, Steelers Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields stance amid Kenny Pickett debate. What should the Pittsburgh Steelers do at quarterback for the next season? Last season left more questions than answers about their quarterback situation. Kenny Pickett failed to show any significant growth, but one could argue that he was held back by the play calling of Matt Canada. The debate has split the Pittsburgh fanbase as they decide what to do with their first-round quarterback. Well, it does seem like the Steelers aren't planning to make any drastic changes at quarterback. With many quarterbacks up for grabs, GM Omar Khan said that the team will be exploring all options. However, contrary to their public statement, the Steelers are not interested in the potential available QBs, such as Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and Kirk Cousins, per Mike DeFabua sources. The Steelers are not interested in signing Wilson in the likely event he's released by the Denver Broncos, a source familiar with the coaching staff's feelings on the quarterback at this stage of his career told The Athletic. Additionally, Pittsburgh is not among the teams actively working to trade for Fields, league sources told The Athletic's Diana Rossini. Pittsburgh is also not pursuing Kirk Cousins or Baker Mayfield in free agency, according to league sources. Well, that's certainly interesting. Kenny Pickett had his moments during his short career. His multiple fourth-quarter heroics, for example, has earned him some fans in Pittsburgh. However, more often than not, Pickett has not been good for the Steelers. He is incredibly inconsistent, a trait you don't want to see in a quarterback when you have lofty goals. Is a year-long rental of someone like Cousins or Wilson worth it, though? Pickett might be struggling, but he also costs less for the Steelers to retain. Financially speaking, Pittsburgh is much better off hoping that Pickett becomes good next year. With Arthur Smith entering the fold, the Steelers are hopeful that Pickett will make a turnaround. Their disinterest in searching for a new quarterback seems to show their trust in the former 20th overall pick. That being said, though, if Pickett continues to struggle in the season, we will have a problem in our hands. The 2024 season will be Kirk Cousins' 13th in the NFL, and in all likelihood his 10th as a starter since Washington drafted him in the 4th round to back up Robert Griffin III in 2012. He has played 9,595 regular season snaps, the 7th most by any quarterback in that time, reached 4 Pro Bowls, started more games than any Vikings quarterback in the free agency era and thrown more touchdown passes than any Minnesota QB not named Fran Tarkenton. According to Over the Cap, Cousins has made $231.8 million in his career. And yet, his longest contract remains the 4-year rookie deal he signed on May 31, 2012. Steelers might get Justin Fields for cheap. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been linked to the Justin Fields trade situation for over a month, and as free agency approaches, it appears they're still in contention for a swap with the Chicago Bears. During an episode of Pardon My Take, ESPN's Adam Schefter speculated that a trade for Fields might be more affordable than once believed. Instead of a first-round pick, which was the original thought, the compensation has now dipped. I think it's pretty simple, Schefter said. Ryan Poles, the Bears' general manager, worked in Kansas City at the time that they traded for Alex Smith. They traded 2 twos to the 49ers for Alex Smith. Sam Darnold, to me, when you talk to people, might be the most relevant compensation comparison. The Jets traded him to the Panthers in 2021, I believe it was, and it was for a 6th that year and a 4 and a 2 the next year. So, 3 picks. A 2, 4, and 6. And I think that the Justin Fields compensation is somewhere between what Alex Smith got and what Sam Darnold brought. A 2 and a 5. A 2 and a 4. A 2 and a 3. Something like that, he added. Schefter said on ESPN that the Steelers are in the conversation about Fields as teams lead the NFL combine. Pittsburgh was reportedly one of 3 teams who expressed interest to Chicago when discussing a move for a quarterback. General manager Omar Khan did not shut down the idea of acquiring Fields, telling local media he would consider all options during the offseason. Re-signing Mason Rudolph remains their top priority, but if Fields is available for less than believed, it could change their course of thinking. What will the Washington Commanders do with the number 2 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft? While the Commanders may like USC quarterback Caleb Williams, it's unlikely the Bears will part with the number 1 pick unless Washington offers a historic haul to move up 1 spot. That's not GM Adam Peters' style. But that doesn't mean the Commanders wouldn't be interested in dealing with Chicago for another quarterback. In his latest post-combine mock draft, Doug Farrar of Touchdown Wire has the Bears sending Justin Fields to Washington. Also, Farrar has the Commanders trading quarterback Sam Howell to the Denver Broncos. You'd think if Washington dealt for a quarterback, it would move down, right? In this case, no, as Farrar has the Commanders selecting electric LSU wide receiver Malik Nabers at number 2 overall. The Commanders trade with the Bears for Justin Fields, and decide in the shocker of the draft to take LSU receiver Malik Nabers over Ohio State's Marvin Harrison Jr. as the first receiver. Harrison goes to the Cardinals with the 4th overall pick, and with the Bears taking Brian Thomas Jr. 9th overall, that's quite a day for LSU. That would certainly be a shocker for multiple reasons. The most shocking would be trading for Justin Fields. Neighbors is phenomenal, and there are some who have him ahead of Marvin Harrison Jr. And you fan, what do you think of the Justin Fields situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.